Hello everyone, welcome to my Emmerdale channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. April's escape from Celia fails in Emmerdale with huge consequences. It's the kind of episode that leaves your stomach in knots, as April's desperate attempt to break free from Celia's grip spirals into something far darker than anyone could have feared. For weeks, April has been quietly drowning under the weight of Celia and Ray's manipulation. What began as innocent attempts to help Dylan spiraled into a criminal trap engineered with cold precision. April's drug drop-offs, the stage theft, the escalating debt she was told she owed, it all built a cage around her so slowly that she barely noticed the door closing. I think that's what makes this storyline so harrowing. April never had a chance. Every step she took was exactly where Celia wanted her. And then came the night with Callum. The moment April realized she was about to be assaulted was genuinely chilling. Her terrified blow with the nearest heavy object was an act of survival. Yet she has been living ever since with the unbearable belief that she killed him. Watching her cling to the idea of making amends by giving money to Callum's so-called widow was heartbreaking. She is a child trying to fix an adult world that has already swallowed her whole. Meanwhile, Dylan's discovery that Bear was being held on Celia's farm in appalling conditions only increased the danger. Celia's entire empire relies on silence and fear. The moment April and Dylan began stepping out of line, the masks slipped. Celia decided April needed removing entirely, isolated, sent away, cut off from anyone who might help her. It's clear Celia operates with chilling logic: separate, weaken, control. But April's escape attempt faltered the moment Maron found her preparing to leave. Their confrontation was devastating in its honesty. I think the relief and horror on Maron's face when April finally admitted she had been dealing drugs said more than words ever could. Rona's empathy, Maron's panic, April's crushing guilt. This was a family breaking and bonding at the same time. Yet when Maron pushed her to go to the police, April revealed the truth she had been carrying like a stone in her chest. She believed she had murdered Callum. Her terror at the thought of prison felt painfully real. She is still a child, yet her world has been shaped by adults with no regard for her innocence. Then, Celia arrived. What happened next was one of the most horrific power moves we've seen in Emmerdale for a long time. Celia calmly propped her phone up after a call from Ray, and the family were forced to watch in real time as Ray ran Dylan down with the car. The brutality, the calculated timing, the complete lack of emotion. It was a message delivered with surgical cruelty. Dylan now lies fighting for his life, and April can't unsee the consequences of crossing Celia. In the aftermath, fear becomes the air this family breathes. Maron and Rona hatch their desperate escape plan, realizing that staying in the village is no longer survivable. I think their decision shows both parental bravery and utter desperation. They aren't running from trouble. They're running from a monster who already has her hand around their throats. April, however, feels torn apart. She doesn't want to go. She feels like she's being dragged away from her home, her friends, her life. In her mind, she's being punished twice. Once by Celia, and now by the people trying to save her. Yet even she has to admit that leaving may be the only chance they have. But Celia and Ray are always one step ahead. Just as the family prepare to leave, Ray appears calm, confident, and terrifyingly certain of his power. His message is simple and utterly devastating. They belong to Celia now. Any attempt to escape will cost them everything. And in a chilling echo of her philosophy, Celia's words hang over the episode like a curse. April brought this to her family. Celia warned her. Celia never threatens. She promises consequences. Now, in her own ruthless words, I own your family. It's a line that signals the darkest chapter yet and leaves us wondering how on earth the Dingles can claw their way out of Celia's grasp.